Okay. Thank you for the time being. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Yeah, this the titles of our research is products of cassava leaves and cutcherry leaves from various compositions of organic intercropping. Next, the purpose of intercropping cassava with cutcherry organically is to get a harvest in the form of leaves as a byproduct, because the actual product is Cassava sugar and Cutcherry rhizome. The research materials and methods. The research experiment was carried out at the Modomartani Practical Garden, Faculty of Agriculture, UPN Veteran Yogyakarta, from September 2020 to January 2021. The altitude of the place is about 110 meters above sea level with the soil type. The material used was cassava plant cuttings of the Hitan palsu variety obtained from farmers in Jambon Hamlet, Tawuran Village, Pleret District, Bantul Regency. For cutchery plant seeds, use rhizomes obtained from the market. Manure is podang that has been dried, and for the mulching, use a black silver plastic sheet. Next. Yeah. The field research method was strict plot design with 2 treatments which were repeated in group 3 times. The first treatment as main plot was organic fertilization consisting of 3 levels, namely manure 3 tons per hectare as P1, manure 4 tons per hectare as P2, and manure 5 tons per hectare as P3. This as a main plot. The second treatment as subplot was intercropping pattern consists of 5 models, namely uh, K, KO, 0% cassava plants plus 100% cutchery plant, SKO. And S1, S2, S3, SO. SO is 100% cassava only, not luxury plants. That's the second treatment. From the 2 types of the treatments, we have 15 combinations. The land before planting the plants, the soil is processed using a tractor so that it becomes loose. Then 3 beds are made with a width of 100 centimeters with a distance between the beds of 50 centimeters. From its bed with a width of 100 centimeters, 5 experimental plots were made with a side length of 300 centimeters and a boundary between the experimental plots of 50 centimeters. The sets of co-manure according to the treatment that has been converted to the experimental plot area. After fertilization, its experimental plot was covered with black silver plastic mulch. Then, using a perforator, planting holes were made with a spacing for the cutchery plants of 25 centimeters by 30 centimeters. So, the 4 rows of planting were performed with 10 planting holes along the long side of the plot test. Planting holes for cassava cuttings are made between rows of cutchery planting holes as many additional plants as specified. Next. Cassava leaves were harvested at the age of 40 days, while the leaves of cutchery were harvested at the age of 105 days. From the age of harvest and yield in the form of fresh leaves, their weight was measured and converted to land productivity of 1 hectare. So that the LER, land equivalent ratio, and ATR, real time equivalence value, could be calculated from the experiment. LER, in principle, is the sum of the comparison of intercropping productivity with monoculture productivity of each intercrop plant, which can be calculated when the plants have been harvested to determine the level of land efficiency in the cropping system being tested. Rate-time equivalence ratio, in principle, is the sum of the comparison of intercropping productivity as LAR, yeah, uh, by the monoculture productivity time of its intercrop plant. Yes, in this case is Cassava and Cutcherry. This ether is an illustration of the value of land equivalence based on time, or it can be said that time efficiency per unit of land is influenced by the time spent during intercropping. The longer a plant species in the field, the smaller the yield advantage in terms of time. Yeah. Next. Here's table 1, fresh weight of cassava leaves and fresh weight of cutcherry leaves from various cropping patterns with various doses of manure. This oh, 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 10 previous page. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. There are no significant about the planting patterns for the fresh weight of cassava or cutcherry. In by using of manure, also there is no significant. But we can see which one the higher product of the fresh weight or the which one? Yeah, the higher product of the fresh weight while they are intercropped each other. But as a sole plant, uh, yeah, the higher ones, the highest one. Sorry. Okay, next. By that product, the LAR and ether, ATAR, can calculate it in this table. We can see that the S3 100% cutchery plus 75% cassava plant density plant at which highest value. Okay, next. Next, yeah. The conclusion is the dose of manure did not significantly affect the fresh weight of harvested cutcherry leaves and fresh weight of harvested cassava leaves, while the intercropping pattern had a significant effect. The largest fresh weight of cassava leaf harvest was in the S3 intercropping pattern. Uh, it's, it's been 100% cutcherry plant plus 75% cassava plant. Although it was not significantly different from the S2 intercropping pattern, while the fresh weight harvested cutcherry leaves saw no significant difference from all intercropping patterns. The best intercropping pattern in terms of land efficiency and time efficiency is the S3 intercropping pattern, 100% cutcherry plus 75% cassava plant. Yeah, excuse me if the, what is it? Okay, thank you. Next. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's our congratulations our research to Chancellor of the Federal National Development University, to the Chairman of the LPBN, who has provided funds for this applied research to completion, as well as various steps who have assisted in carrying out the completion. Next.